Hello. So if you hear any noises, it's because we have recently adopted 2 cats. This is Rumi. He's been here for about 2 weeks. He's from Egypt and he has 2 different colored eyes. And then this is Albus. He's been here for about a week and he is blind. So there hasn't been a video about them yet because they're still adjusting a lot of newness. I'm trying to respect some boundaries even though they almost never respect mine. There will be a cute cat video exclusively about cats soon. We just cannot rush this process. Anyway, so after I got off work, Lawrence and I ran some errands together. We went on a cute little date, like a graphic novel, comic book shop situation. I was either looking for Lighter Than My Shadow or Nimona, and they only had Nimona in Dutch, and they did not have Lighter Than My Shadow. So I just went for 2 new ones that just sounded interesting. So I got Swallow Me Whole. I really like the art style. It just seems really interesting and beautiful and powerful. So we'll see. If any of you have read Swallow Me Whole, let me know if you like it, but no spoilers. And then I also picked up Dumb, Living Without a Voice, which is a graphic memoir. And once again, I'm just loving what the inside looks like too. So these are the ones that I chose. And when we went up to the counter, he said, oh, I have these as used copies in the back. They're like near perfect, but they're half the price. And he went in the back for a hot minute and then he said, never mind, I don't, but I can still give it to you for half the price. Successful day. Let's talk about the reading rush, shall we? I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do a reading rush for years and I never knew how to know when it was happening. And I've just been watching so many booktube videos that the reading rush was recommended to me. So I finally get to participate in one. And I believe in myself a little bit. Let's just get into it. Number 1 is read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. I don't know what it's called, but it's the pink one. So I'm hoping to read The Henna Wars by Abida Shahirdar. I've heard that it's fantastic. I've heard nothing but amazing things. Nishak's parents say she could be anyone she wants as long as she isn't a lesbian. I can just feel that I'm gonna get punched in the heart, gut, and soul. So I'm glad I'm born in October. Thanks. Read a book that starts with the word the. Also, once again, thanks to BookTube, I will be reading The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. To put it simply, this is about 2 sisters, one black, one white, and how they navigate the world differently. Obviously, the internet swears by it. I'm stoked. Next, read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen. Now listen to me. Please listen to me. The only book that I have that fits this criteria is Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk, and I've already read 2 books by Chuck Palahniuk this year, and I'm pretty Chuck Palahniuked out. So please spare me. Thank you in advance. I am reading The Silence currently by Tim Lebbon, which is now a Netflix movie, and also A Quiet Place is inspired by this book. It's a post-apocalyptic book about creatures that hunt you based on noise, so you have to be completely silent all of the time. I'm reading this in my book club with Deidre. I've already read 100 pages of it. It's a fatty book, mass market paperback, so the font is really teeny tiny. So the goal is to just read as much of this as possible. Hopefully finish it. That would be cool, but at least make some solid progress in it. Technically, this is a movie. I just haven't seen it because I can't do scary movies. So it counts. It counts, okay? The next one is read the first book you touch. So I went to Lawrence's bookshelves that have a bunch of English language books on it. Most of them are the books that everyone has read in school, Catcher in the Rye, Ernest Hemingway, that type of thing. So when I closed my eyes, I picked up The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. John Boyne is the one who wrote The Heart's Invisible Furies, which I was this close to ordering in my most recent book haul. It has like 4.5 stars on Goodreads, but it wasn't available online. Maybe this is a rite of passage. Maybe it wasn't available because I need to read this one first. I need to get a taste. John Boyne taste. Nope. Shush. Technically, this is also a movie. It takes place during the Holocaust. A little boy who is not in a concentration camp befriends a little boy who is in a concentration camp through a fence, which is a very powerful concept. Honestly, is a book that I have found interesting and have kind of wanted to read since I heard about it in middle school, high school. It's time. Next, read a book completely outside of your house. Okay, one of these 6 books I will read outside. Moving on. Read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of, and that is Stitches by David Small. One day, David Small awoke from a supposedly harmless operation to discover that he had been transformed into a virtual mute, a vocal cord removed, his throat slashed and stitched together like a bloody boot. The 14-year-old boy had not been told that he had cancer and was expected to die. And I thought this was a fictional book. And then I said, wait, David. The book is written by David. This is a memoir. Excuse me? The art style in this one is what I'm most excited for. That's crazy. I turned to the page that is the cover. Wow. But I do really want to read more graphic novels, hence going to the graphic novel store, because I noticed that I'm gatekeeping my own reading experience. I'm constantly telling myself that graphic novels don't count, manga doesn't count as a book, audiobook doesn't count as a book, which can we talk about how ableist of a concept that is? Anyway, another big reason that I don't read a lot of graphic novels is the price point. But I need to remember that time isn't the only thing that's valuable in a reading experience. There's obviously fresh, exciting, different, unique way to tell a story. Some of my favorite books of all time are graphic novels. But for some reason, and I say this despite having stated two of my reasons, I put them on the back burner. So this is definitely my favorite challenge because it made me reflect and realize that I need to put more love into this genre. Stitches by David Small. So excited for this one. Last but not least, read a book that takes place in a different continent than where you live. I chose Trevor Noah's Born a Crime, Stories from South African Childhood. Now, friends that I know that have read this, the internet, human beings, I hear that when they pick this up, they can't put it down. So Trevor Noah was born in South Africa during apartheid when it was technically illegal to be mixed race. I would just love to be able to actually read all 6 books. I don't necessarily believe that I will because I have to work and so on and so forth, but I'm sure gonna try. I made sure to pick books that I'm super duper excited for, so hopefully I won't be able to put them down and I'll fly through them. Before then, it's still Saturday. It doesn't begin until Monday, so I have to finish the book that I'm currently reading, which is Scythe, first book in Neil Shusterman's Arc of the Scythe trilogy. I started it last night and it's already really good. From what I've gathered, it's about a utopian future where all isms are solved and people aren't dying from diseases anymore. Everything is cured. People aren't even dying from old age. And so there is an understood and respected group called the Scythe, and they murder people. And so we follow our 2 protagonists as they train to become Scythes. So we're gonna finish this tonight and tomorrow, and then the reading rush begins. Holy smokes. Hello. I've been reading Scythe for most of the morning, on and off. We've got a little over 300 pages left, and it's already past 2. It's fine. We'll be fine. But I am going to finish reading this book because the reading rush begins in less than 12 hours. I will be upstairs because Albus cannot see, as we have previously stated, and he does not know how to get downstairs. He doesn't like getting picked up because he can't see how high he is, and that freaks him out. It's very disorientating, but I don't want him to be lonely. So let's read. I would be lying if I said I didn't fall asleep upstairs. My body is still adjusting to this new job big time. Very physically demanding, so especially after being a pile of mashed potatoes throughout quarantine. Ooh. But it was a solid nap. It's about 4 p.m. now. I gotta believe. I gotta push through. I'm almost to page 200 now. Something that I had already predicted would happen did, which made me nervous. But then something extremely unpredicted happened to resolve that thing. I'm trying not to spoil anything. I would hate to put this down for a week and read so many books in between before picking it back up again. So let's do it. I officially put some artichokes in a pot. They take an hour to cook. Let's do a reading sprint. Let's see how much I can get read. I'm currently on page 211. Okay, I'll check back in 58 minutes. I did it. I read for the hour. I've made it to page 303. We are so close. It's really picked up. I want to know what happens. So there's only like 140 pages left. I'm so invested. I know that that isn't enough pages to answer all my questions, so I'm really glad that I have the trilogy because I gotta know. So I'm gonna eat my snack. I'm gonna read some more. I'm gonna make my dinner. I'll check back in later. It's officially 8:30 p.m. and I finished it. It's done. Currently cooking some dinner, so that's the sizzling sounds. I very thoroughly enjoyed it. There were a lot of little twists and turns, a handful of big twists and turns. Super excited to read the other 2 because I have so many questions. But also, despite it being the first of a trilogy, it ended on not the craziest cliffhanger. A lot of loose ends tied up nicely, so there was satisfaction and suspense. It was really good. So now I'm gonna make some portobello mushroom wraps. We're gonna go to bed, and then tomorrow, baby's first reading rush starts. I'm so excited. What am I gonna read first? I don't even know. Remy, what gonna read first? Good morning, happy reading rush! We were awoken at 6 a.m. sharp, as we always are, to the cats running laps. It's 8 a.m. now. I've gotten through a little over 100 pages in the Henna Wars. It's definitely for a younger audience, so it's really easy to fly through, but I'm super invested. I care about the characters. I'm having a good time, but I need to shower. Cat noises. I'm starting to believe in myself. Can I get through 6 books in a week? I think so. If this cat stops eating my feet. Stop eating my feet. Stop eating my feet. Remy, you can't play on the stairs yet, buddy? I'm clean. I did some pink makeup to match the color of the book. I'm wearing pink. I've got a whole outfit situation happening, but I'm already halfway done. I think it's like 10 o'clock, maybe? Not even. Gonna take a quick ramen break. Very, very hungry, and we'll hop right back into it. Aww. I may not have been in the age demographic for this book, but I'm glad that this book exists for its age demographic. I'm so happy that themes like cultural appropriation, queer identities, things of the like are so accessible to young readers. This was such a cute little book. This was so nice. The only criticism I think I have is that I wish we had seen more of her parents and how they were processing everything, because they came as a bit of a shock to me. That's all I'll say. Trying not to spoil anything, but that's really it. It was just a nice read, super cute story, super cute cover as well. I don't know what I want to read next. I do know that I want to go to the park, I think, because the sky is very blue. So let's go pick something. Hello, I am here at the park. I ate all my fruit. I read all of The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Oh my god. I knew this book was a big deal for a reason, and I'm so glad this readathon exists, because I wouldn't have read it otherwise. I would have kept putting it off. It's such an easy read, not emotionally. Again, another book with really strong themes that are very accessible to a wide audience. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. So now we have officially read the Birthstone book. We have read the Book You First Touch, and we've also read A Book Outside. So technically we're like half done. I'm gonna read a little bit of The Silence before heading home. Yes. Nice. Yes, it's good. That's 3. Oh, I saw that 3rd leg. That's great. That's exactly what you need to do. Get your little gargoyle feet on a ladder, sir. Come on, you had it. I saw it. It was good. What the heck happened today? Was today real? It felt like it was at least 2 days. I started and completed 2 books start to finish. I made 50 pages of progress in The Silence, and now I'm in bed about to begin The Vanishing Half. What? I haven't read this much in a day since I was a kid. I feel like I'm lying. Like, you can't read that many books in a day. What a silly thing to lie about. I was there. When I came home, Lawrence ran to IKEA because Albus plays very aggressively alone. He'll just run laps around our bed, then under our bed, and around our bed, and then under our bed with his tiny bony body, and it sounds like we're being robbed. And he will do this for an hour straight, multiple times a day. And so not only was I concerned about his tiny bones, but the police were going to be called. If I was our neighbor and I heard that all the time, I would lose my marbles. I live here and I was losing my marbles. So we needed to get a rug post haste. It's really cute. I think they dig it. And then I made us some burgers. This is what my plate looked like. And then this is what Lawrence's plate looks like. A man who doesn't understand the power of plating or the power of eating vegetables. What? and now I'm in bed, and it's only 9 o'clock. It's not even late. The sun is still kind of out. Oh yeah, and I did like a crazy power clean on our house. I did like 3 rounds of dishes, vacuumed, cleaned the bathroom, cleaned the cat boxes. How did that all happen in 1 day? I still have 2 days off. I'm not gonna question it. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Good morning. It's a little after 6. I woke up, fed the boys, and now I'm reading The Vanishing Half. I only read like 10 pages last night. I think it might be a bit of a slow burner, and also the way that it's written, I can't put my finger on it because I'm only 28 pages in, but there's something about it where I can tell it's going to take a while to get through. My first impression is that it takes a little bit more time and care. It's just been a slow morning as far as not only reading rush is concerned, but just all things. I think just so much happened yesterday that a lot less has to happen today. I'm a little over 100 pages into The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett right now. There's something about it that is turning me off a bit. I find it a little confusing, the non-linear aspect of the story, because it's not just bouncing between two times. We're bouncing all over the place. I also misunderstood and wanted to correct myself. It's not about a white sister and a black sister. It's about two African-American twins, and one is more white passing. So just a clarification. Okay, friends, it's a bit later in the day. I finished reading The Vanishing Half, and I feel bad and wrong for only giving it 3 stars. 3 stars is still good. 3 stars is still, I liked it. I was not a fan of Britt Bennett's writing style. I thought that the book was extremely confusing. I didn't agree with the choices of making it a non-linear story. Non-linear stories work if done right, and just didn't feel like it was done right. Please don't come for me. I'm so sorry. It was more so about the daughters, and I really wish it was more sister. I wanted there to be more of a buildup of the relationship. I get that they're twins and I get that twins are close, but I wanted to see that closeness so then I could care when they were not close. I don't know. It was still good. I liked it. I'm saying all these negative things just to explain why my opinion does not coincide with the reviews that I've seen. Anyway, so then we went to the laundromat and I read some more of The Silence. I'm about halfway through it now. I forgot to say what I did like about The Vanishing Half because I was so nervous about not being its #1 fan. I loved Jude and Reese. Loved them so much. Loved that representation. I really liked how Stella was so unlikable, but you understood her strongly. I just wanted more sister stuff, and I wanted the writing to make a little more sense, but it was still good. I'll check back in tomorrow. Oh, drama. What, y'all? You're fine. You're brothers. Walk it off. Good night. Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. This morning woke up and read Stitches by David Small. It was so good. His art style is out of this world. That's all I have to say. I just enjoyed my time. And then I started Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. So I'm going to the park, as you can see, and we're gonna try and finish Trevor Noah's book and maybe even finish The Silence because then we would be done. Today is my last day off. Got some long shifts ahead of me, so yeah, if I can knock this out, it would be now. Fingers crossed. The weather said it was 60 degrees. So I wore pants. It is not. It is like 75. I'm already all the way out here though, so time to read. I just finished Trevor Noah's Born a Crime. It was beautiful and painful, raw and real, simple but challenging. It was really quite good. So now I guess all that's left as far as reading rush is concerned is The Silence by Tim Lebin. I'm a little over halfway done. I still have some time to hang out at the park before I need to go grocery shopping and make tacos and stuff. So let's see how much progress we make. I'm officially on page 193. All right, so I made it to page 265. It's not the type of book where I can't put it down, but it's also not the type of book where I ever dread picking it up. I'm gonna go. I'm getting more into the city and it's freaking noisy. Grocery haul. Juice as a treat. Q-tips, exciting. Patriotic bread. Rapeseed oil. Okay, those were bagels. Gone but not forgotten. Butter. Chocolate milk as a treat. Been a few months. Fully smokes. Vegan chocolate covered marshmallows. Come on. I'm gonna put all this away, take a shower, make some tacos, and read. There's really only 150 pages left of The Silence. What's happening? Okay, I have just about 50 pages left in The Silence, and I would love to just sit here and knock this out, but I really gotta get started on dinner. So while onions are cooking, I'll read a few pages. While the peppers are cooking, I'll read a few pages, but I'll finish this while making dinner. But I have to get started on dinner because I have to wake up at 4:30 tomorrow. to make it to work on time. We're gonna finish the reading rush in less than 72 hours. What? I didn't believe myself at all, and I don't know why. I'm really psyched that this whole event exists. I've had a lot of fun, and we're not done. I'm gonna pick a 7th book because we still have time, so let's make tacos. The book just got scary to me on page 334, and right as it got scary, I needed to cut up these peppers, but now they're cut. So let's see. So we've got this tasty cheese, avocado, tomato, greens, portobello's and shredded meat, and beans. Ow, I put them on the oven so they'd be hot. Beans and peppers. So I just read tacos. I'm ready for bed already. I just ate tacos until I nearly exploded and finished reading The Silence by Tim LeBon. Coherent thoughts, never heard of them, but I'm gonna try. I liked this book through and through. I was never bored. I was always entertained. I guess those are the same thing. I deeply cared about the family, which is what kept me invested, I think. Personally, I'm not very afraid of monsters. Obviously, if I was in this situation, I would be mortified, but just reading the book doesn't scare me. I did get afraid once there were human threats. I don't think that's a spoiler, it's in the trailer. Realistic type stuff scares the lumps out of me. There were like 2 moments where my heart did that thing. Was very cinematic and just kept me along for the ride, so it was good. The pacing, super weird. Honestly, I mean, I know that the book is pretty long already and the font is very small, as we've already established, but the meat of the book, in my opinion, didn't like really start until page 250, 300, which I didn't mind because, like I said, I was entertained through and through, so I wouldn't have minded if the book was twice as long and we got a little more of the chaos, because it felt like it was more of a build-up and then it ended versus more. I liked it though. I give it 3 stars. So I'm gonna go to bed now, I guess. Good night. Hello, I just got off work. I worked 7 to 5. Can I get an ew in the chat? It's done and it's fine. It's never as bad as you think it's gonna be. Today is so important. Albus made it down the stairs by himself for the first time since he moved here. 2 weeks I had to carry that blind bat boy up and down the stairs twice a day for meal times, and he hated it because he's blind and it's scary. But he made it downstairs by himself. I was so proud of him. I got a really bad video. It was so dark this morning. But today is also amazing because I just signed my first Belgian VAST contract at my job, which means that I have a permanent position. It's not just training. It's not just, ooh, we'll see. I bought myself sunflowers about it. Okay, we're home. We can talk more clearly. We can make more sense. They're my celebratory sunflowers. There are only 4 left. I gave one to a stranger in the stairwell. However, I feel like this video is done. We're done. We did the thing. We did it all. And my cat's eating my flowers. Trust me, I will read 7 books by the time. Trust me, I will read 7 books before the reading rush is done. Stop it. I'm currently reading the first Pendragon prequel, so it'll take me no time. Follow me on Goodreads to prove it. Spoiler alert, it's Sunday and I finished it. What a poor note to end the reading rush on. It's not very good. That's it. I'm gonna go. Thank you for clicking my face mask. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being nice. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.